Welcome back, gamers, to our great channel. Last week we picked House of the Dead 2, but before we get into that, I'm going to ask Richard what he was playing this week.
That was good.
Richard got me, dude.
Yeah.
So what have I been playing this week? Believe it or not, I don't even know if I want to tell you what I was playing because I'm a little ashamed, but Ryan's World. I was playing the Ryan's World game with my son. So Ryan's World, he's a guy a kid on
He's
YouTube.
an exploited kid on YouTube.
He's not exploited. He's a very nice young man. And
it's a real kid.
He's a real child.
Okay.
But anyways, he has this game. My kid wanted it. Ben wanted it.
Is it like the Mario Kart?
No, it's one where you explore.
World.
Yeah, it's one where you explore, and it was $30 at Target, and I said that is not worth the $30. It's not worth the smacks.
Nope.
So I got an alert. I had set up an alert, and it dropped down to $13. So I bought it and played it.
That still sounds pricey.
Yeah, but it'll never be on the channel and see if it's worth the smack. So it's fine.
That's fair.
That's the only thing I played all week.
Well, David,
other than House
David and
of
I
the
thought what do you call it? The Mario Kart one was 2 players, so we both downloaded it. It was single player. It was probably the worst game I've ever played in my life.
Yeah, I
really
played that
didn't
one
get to
too. It didn't handle
We played
well.
it.
Yeah, for
I played it.
2 minutes, maybe?
Played it for about 2 minutes, beat the level, and got an achievement. He heard that and continued to play the last level. And as soon as it was over with, we just turned it off.
Yeah,
Done.
Yeah, but that's all Richard's been playing.
Okay, so we're gonna go to David.
Oh.
What have you been playing?
I've just been playing a lot of DDV.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
You know,
Dance
Disney
Dance.
Dreamlight Valley.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Nobody calls it DDV. No, I've honestly been playing a lot. Way too many hours on it. I've talked to all the characters. Pretty much on everything you can do. I'm just stocking up on all the supplies that I need for when the new characters drop.
So I haven't made it too far in the game after we talked last.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the favorite Disney character that you have in your homeland? Who have you brought?
My favorite character?
Yeah.
Personally, I like Anna.
Oh, okay.
Is that from Frozen?
Frozen?
Yeah. I mean, the whole Frozen cast pretty much is the highlight of the game so far. I'm not really into the general characters, even though I like Donald. But
Can you do a Donald first?
What? No. You want to do Donald?
No.
Yeah, please.
Break the mic.
That's pretty good.
That was good.
Well, that was really good.
Much better than I thought it was going to
Yeah,
be.
thank you.
I would have
Appreciate
led
Which
with
is kind of
that.
weird about the game because I was the one telling you about the game for months.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm the one who played it the least. So
I have the
Just
most
little-
time to
little
play.
bit.
I've not played it once.
Yeah.
it's on Game Pass, so you know David's gonna play it.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
I mean, Dreamlight.
So I guess that leaves you.
Yeah,
What
so
are you playing?
I played 2 games. One of them I can't remember the name of.
Bill Bradley.
But it's like it's kind of like, it's got like the first-person shooter like Doom.
Oh, okay.
But what you have to do is like there's like music involved with it. So like if you shoot enemies or melee enemies on the rhythm of the beat, you do like more damage.
The metal one, yeah?
Yeah, so I played that for a little bit, and it's basically just like a first-person shooter with that little thing into it, but it's kind of cool. And then I played...
You might like it. The soundtrack is great.
I downloaded Fight Night Champion, that old game,
I have
and
that one.
I rage quit because it was just... I mean, I was doing everything like tactically right because I was doing like the champion mode, and this guy just kept knocking me out. I think you're supposed to lose, and I'm not a fan of when they make games like that.
Like the intro?
Like, I think one of the NBA 2Ks, remember, every year you always get hurt, and there's nothing you can do.
Well, that's
I
part of
don't
the
like
story.
when they do that because then it's like there's no individuality to like me playing it. It's like face of the champ or face of the franchise in Madden. Why that's like so terrible compared to like I don't know older ones, but that's what I was playing. I
Maybe
did watch.
2K5?
I did watch one movie though. If you want to know what that was,
No, I don't.
Not really, but okay.
I watched it last night. It's directed by Roland Emmerich, so you should know what that's
Oh, it's
about.
like a disaster movie.
Yeah.
Does it have
Moonfall?
Oh god.
And it was
That's with Patrick
nuts.
Is
Wilson.
that the Amazon movie?
It's with Patrick Wilson, right?
No, it was on HBO Max.
HBO.
Yeah, but it basically the moon is attacking the Earth, and
Is
it's,
the moon's falling?
The moon's fake,
Essentially,
right?
yeah.
Did
Is
it
the moon like a
trip or-
hologram?
the moon is like it's like a hollow.
Are you going to
alien.
spoil it? Am I not going to be able to watch
You're not
it?
gonna want to watch
It's
Okay.
not good.
What's the runtime on that?
Oh, a little longer than I would have liked. It's got to be like 80 minutes.
What was the Rotten
90
Tomatoes
minutes.
score?
Don't know. Okay, didn't look it up.
What was your score out of 100?
Out of 100,
On the spot.
51.
it. Okay.
Because it's still got Patrick Wilson, Halle Berry. There's a.
Ooh, that's a
I don't
bet.
want to say any. There's a
surprise
larger
people?
male, a heavier male
Vincent
who's kind of
D'Onofrio?
funny. No, that guy sucks. I don't
All right. Anyway, Jared,
Sound
what
like
did you play? Since you threw it to
I
us, what
actually
you
haven't
played?
played anything. This whole week I've been busy with stuff. Haven't played anything.
Except for House
Well,
of the
not
Dead.
talking about that,
Okay.
of course.
Just making
'Cause
sure.
we could have all said that.
Yeah, I'm just
So,
making sure.
you know,
Just
Oh,
making
I
sure.
didn't play it at
Definitely
all.
play it. It was my pick. Of course, gonna play it. Yeah, so I actually haven't been playing anything. I'm probably going to try to talk David into, I'm telling you this right now, to getting that new Batman game.
Oh, yeah, the Knights?
Yeah, Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights, yeah.
Gotham City Knights?
And I already thought in my head that you have to be Nightwing.
Is Red Hood in that?
Yes, he is.
Red Hood, Batgirl, Nightwing, and
I figured I'd be Robin. You can be Nightwing, and then
which Robin is that? Is that
the second one? The one that doesn't get beat to death, right?
Not Dick Grayson?
No, he's Nightwing.
It's Tim Drake.
No, I thought it was...
Tim Drake. There's one that gets beat to death by the Joker. I don't think it's Tim Drake. I think it's
Grayson? No?
It's Robin.
That's the red... Yeah, okay.
It's the Boy Wonder, the first one. I don't remember his name.
He's Nightwing. He doesn't get beat to death.
No, the very... I thought the first one dies.
No, he becomes Nightwing.
This is confusing for most
okay,
people.
Anyways, we don't care about that right now.
No, honestly, that's going to be... It looks like a good game. Because Batman's supposed to be dead. They're investigating the whole...
and probably spoiler, he's not dead. And by the way, Batman is not a superhero.
Batman.
Anyways.
Did anybody say he was?
No, he's definitely a superhero.
No, he's not. He's just a human.
Superhero is...
So are you saying policemen, firemen, they're not superheroes?
They're not.
They're not?
So
I believe they are.
Every Navy SEAL is a superhero?
Yeah, it's the same argument I used with him.
No, they're not superheroes. Okay, we're going to
Wait, but if you think Batman's a superhero, please put that in the comments.
Yeah. Okay, so Stephanie, tell us what you think.
Yeah, well, she thinks he's a superhero, so that's who I was talking to.
You lose.
So somebody else put something in. Okay, we're going to get to the game now. Is that okay?
That's fine.
That's
Sure.
So I'm going to start with David.
Oh, got him again.
Tell me what you think about the graphics.
Oh.
I'm going to change it up.
Okay.
I'm going to do the graphics.
I mean, so graphics-wise, I'm not a fan. I mean, if you're talking about an arcade setting, and I'm going to the arcade, I'm wasting my quarters, or if you're going to nickel, waste them less than that. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels in regards to the movement of the game. But if you're talking about like the main characters, which I think they're all kind of douchey, it doesn't look very well. Doesn't look. I like the actual. Ironically, though, I like the characters as far as the bad guys. Like all the characters that are attacking you, even though they're the same type of graphics, I just think I like the way that they feature rather than when they go cutscenes to the actual main characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
So graphics, it's pretty poor, but I don't think it takes me out of it enough to like not enjoy the game.
Is it poor today's standards or poor for even back to Dreamcast standards?
I mean, I played it on the Wii, but I mean, I think it's about the same. I would say poor for today, 100%.
Okay. For
back then in '98, I mean, I think it'd be standard for any of the games that are coming out that time.
Okay, because I remember when I was a kid, I thought it was amazing, but
well, compared to the arcade port, the Dreamcast is bad.
Yeah.
But
I don't know though. It's a 1-to-1 port, pretty much.
Nah.
So I think you're wrong with that. Okay. So what character, since we're going off the douchiness, which character do you think was the douchiest?
Douchiest.
Yeah, because you just threw it out there.
The douchiest.
So when the first level when you end the first level and start the second, there's two characters that come up. There's the girl and the guy with the glasses.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember his name.
Oh, yeah, he is a douche.
Do you remember his name?
Yeah,
he's a weasel.
Harry. His name's Harry.
He gets captured, right?
And I told you earlier, he reminds me of Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man, and that guy.
Amy, Harry. Thank God you're all right.
What the hell's going on in this city?
Don't know, but it's very similar to the 1998 Curian case.
That case?
James, go and prevent the confusion in the city.
Okay.
Let's meet at Sunset Bridge. We're counting on you, James.
No more fooling around.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, so I think he's definitely the douchiest.
Do you know his last name by any chance?
Not a clue. Do you know?
It's Harrison.
Is it really?
Yep.
Harry
Harrison.
Harry Harrison.
Okay.
You have James Taylor.
What?
You have Gary Stewart.
Okay, these are just generic
Amy
names.
Crystal and Harry Harrison.
Okay, so this literally sounds like the Japanese people are just like, give me every American first name. We're gonna give it a first.
Yeah,
because
you have James Taylor and then you have Gary Stewart, and you can have you put the other one away. It'd be James Stewart, like Jimmy Stewart. So that's what it sounds like. They kind of
or
mix them
James
all up.
Taylor, the musician.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay,
They
so
mix them all together.
we're gonna go over to Brad.
All right.
What do you think? Do you think this? How fun was this game? Fun factor. I want to ask you about. Fun factor.
The game is fun, especially like your first time going through it. After that, I'm clicking things here. After that, there's not too much replay value. I'm like, you basically have the same guns the entire time. I know in later versions, right, there's different paths you can go, but even doing like a boss rush mode, like they're kind of boring, and some of them are really cheap if you're playing with a Dreamcast remote controller, like that stupid little bat guy that flies around, like the first guy with the big metal dude. You can't hit that guy if you're playing with a controller. Yeah. So it's fun the first time you play it because you just want to keep seeing like all the levels. But I think once you complete it the first time, it's almost like, yeah, I don't want to play it again. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I had a good time.
I think the replayability on it is almost because it's hard. At least for me, it's hard with the Dreamcast controller. So you just keep playing it because you keep dying, right?
Yeah.
But if you were to beat it once, maybe I can see you not going back too many times. But I think where it was fun was when we were playing 2-player, and we could see who could do better based on the high score or whatever. I never did better than anybody. Mode? No, just when you're playing 2-player and you're playing against I think we were playing classic mode or what was it called?
There's the arcade and
original.
Yeah.
Or when you get to shoot the barrels and you get to get power ups or whatever, that was really cool, I thought. But to your point, the replayability, I've never beat it, so I keep replaying it to try and beat it. But once you beat it, I can see it.
Tell us a little bit about the other modes.
Well, I don't know too many of the other modes, but I did play with the training mode, and horrible at that. So in the training mode, it only gives you a couple, at least the ones I played, I didn't make it too far, a couple bullets or a little bit of ammo, and you have to kill a certain number of baddies. And
enemies, yeah.
Okay.
And so you and I played, right? And I'd run out of like ammo, and I thought I was at the last 2 people, and I was so upset. So then Jared took it, maybe 20, 30 times later, and he finally killed those last 2 people, but he used all his ammo to do it. And then we went through another door, and there were more bad guys. So it was
like the train.
Where
it was like outside somewhere.
Yeah. But that mode I thought was fun. It was just, to me, the game was overly difficult with the controller anyway. But I'm not, I guess, as proficient. You said you beat it before?
Yeah, we beat it back in the day. Yeah, when
there's ways of earning more credits. Yeah.
So once you get like a M16 or AR-15, whatever, the gun is so powerful you can literally just beat it. Yeah. Because it's automatic.
And do you get that after just playing a certain number of times? It gives it to you.
So when you shoot the barrels, you get lucky. So I think if I'm not mistaken, one of the scenes where we died, when the back of the van opened up, I remember there used to be a gun in there. And you would shoot it, and then you have to, once you died, you do it on the next playthrough.
Yeah.
But you kind of you gotta get lucky, because we used the 5 extra lives things, and we wasted it because we got nothing in return the next time we played. So we just pretty much wasted it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess maybe with that mode, it gives you a little more replay value, because if it didn't have the boss or it didn't have the training thing, the replay value would be kind of low.
Yeah, especially if you're not good and you're stuck on like the 3rd level.
Because you see the same stuff over and over again. It kind of does get a little.
So in arcade. Does it just
nothing? So it's just like when you play at the arcade.
Okay, but at an arcade, I can give more quarters.
Yeah.
Can I give more quarters?
No.
It just ends.
It's basically like the original, where when you die, you're done.
Yeah. Which I don't know if anybody could beat that.
I'm
because
sure
you're not going to get any extra weapons or anything.
So basically making it harder for yourself.
If you have a light gun, you probably could.
Yeah. So yeah, with the light gun, it's a million times better.
It was only in the arcade less than a year before it came out on the Dreamcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it came out in November. In North America, it was November 98. Japan, it was December. And then the game is in March of 99 in September. So less than a year from the arcade to the
sales
Dreamcast.
Must have been crazy in the arcade.
So did you did you play by yourself? Or did you play with Brad?
I played alone on the Wii.
You played alone?
I thought Jared said we had to play together.
Yeah, I
so
did.
Brad never applied.
I couldn't. I mean,
he was busy.
I need to sleep sometimes.
Well, it was actually, I searced the close area to see if there was an arcade, his idea, to see if we can play it live, but I only found one that was like 45 plus minutes away.
And then there was like 4 of them that have just the original.
Yeah, the original one's close by.
Well, the original one's pretty cool.
You guys want to hear a little tidbit?
Yeah.
Drop it.
Little drop for you? Little drop? Jared, I know, Jared already knows this, but the second to last enemy in House of the Dead 2 is actually the main baddie in the first one.
I've been waiting for this time to come. You have no future. Either I give you, or him or will. Either way, your fate is in our hands.
So it's supposed to be like when you see him, you're like, I beat that guy in the first. I had Phantom or something.
What does it look like?
He's the guy with the claws. The guy that like flies around.
Oh, the little. The little gremlin thing?
No, he's in the.
Obviously, we didn't make it that far.
Oh,
no, the little flying bat.
Yeah,
he's the second to last one in the first game. Like he flies at you, and then other bats come.
Got it.
But no, the main bad guy, or the second to last bad guy, is the main one in the original one.
Okay, so you're basically just like.
Because I think the main bad guy.
This one's like the see-through guy.
Yeah, the see-through floating guy. Okay, so I guess it goes. We'll talk about the sound.
I wonder who's going to talk about the sound.
Yeah, Jared, go and take that.
Voice acting is probably the worst I've ever heard in a game.
Yeah.
It is atrocious. That main bad guy, what is his name? Goldman? Is that his name?
Yeah.
I am
Sir Goldman.
Goldman.
He is stiff.
Sir Goldman.
He is. Oh, I forgot they knighted him. Yeah,
Sir
he is
Goldman.
stiff. He doesn't even move. Remember, we got to a spot where we're in like a coliseum, and then there's like happened to be a big screen. I don't know who set the screen up, and he's just talking, but his body doesn't move, and his voice is just the same all the way across. It's horrible.
People of the AMS, I am Goldman. I don't care if you people try to get in my way or not. In time, you'll find out who's right. This is a present from me to you.
Yeah, it's definitely it's someone that didn't understand the language. There was like a language
100%.
barrier.
Yeah, I mean, at the very beginning of the game, when you're driving the car, first thing they say is, "We're meeting G over there." It's like,
We're
you gonna
meeting
elaborate
G
like
over there. Yeah,
I think it could be just translation issues.
yeah,
but
it's
I understand.
horrible.
Yeah.
And then that flying creature guy, he says suffered like G did, like a question, like, are you asking us?
Why
Or
is there a question mark?
yeah, it's atrocious voice acting. But this is before, like, nowadays they have guys that just do that. They get paid just to do voice acting.
Ben Feldman.
What do you
No,
feel?
Troy Baker's another one, and Nolan North is another one.
What do you feel about the civilians, though, the ones you're supposed to save? Do you think that's
So
still just
horrible.
as bad?
Oh yeah,
or-
horrible. So we were playing. I
like
heard a
that,
guy's
yeah.
voice, and all of a sudden I see a lady. I'm like, "Where's the guy?" And then and then all of a sudden we saved her, and it had a woman's voice all of a sudden. So I don't know if the game got messed up. I never noticed that back in the day. But then there's another guy in a boat, and he sounds like a young guy, like, "Help me, help me!" And then we killed and then all of a sudden he has this like a Spanish accent.
Yeah, it was odd.
James, I tried. Don't underestimate the enemy. James, take this.
It's awful.
Was it awful because his accent, or?
Everything about it was awful. His mustache, everything, it just bothered me.
Okay, it just didn't match. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
The zombie noises and stuff, fine. They're okay.
Okay.
The music, I mean, the Dreamcast we're playing on, I think there's something wrong with the port. So he moved the control a certain way, it kept pausing it. And if you pause it and unpause it, it starts the music over and over again. So it doesn't just pause the music and continue, it just starts over. So we were getting really irritated with the music, and then hearing the VMU making that beep noise over and over again.
Yeah, that was
because
annoying.
his control was all jacked up. That's
that's
probably
not the game's fault for your VMU.
Well, no, I
Still
think
part of the
every
sound.
time we got to the boss,
Yeah.
the VMU would beep like it was saving that you made it there. Or something.
Yeah, it was
I don't know.
weird. It was annoying.
I think maybe it's supposed to show you like the weak point on the VMU,
Yeah, maybe it
but I
could've
think
been.
it's
They were showing it
might
on the
be
screen
bugged.
already, but
It has a book that opens up and tells you where the weak point is. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
Yeah,
common
that-
sense. That little flying guy. Yeah, I'm gonna either shoot the metal guy or shoot that little guy
Yeah.
flying. I mean, come on.
Speaking of the sound, anytime you shoot something metal or you shoot those two dudes that put the swords in their face, like pow, 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 pow,
Yeah.
pow, that sound is not good.
Yeah, so I would go overall the sound like of the zombies and stuff. It's okay. It's serviceable, but the voice acting is awful, horrible.
yeah, I would 100% agree on that.
And then we just kept hearing the same thing over again because we only get so far and die and try again. He just kept saying "dogs of the AMS" over and over again.
One of the things that I thought was cool was based on how good you were, you could take different routes
Yes.
through
Yeah.
each level. I thought that was kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say innovative, but when I think of 98, that seems kind of cool.
So it does
Adds
add the
value to
replay
it.
value to
Yeah.
it. Yeah, because I remember we were going through and I was like, okay, this time don't shoot the key on the ground
Yeah.
and we'll go the other way, which was a mistake because it's a lot
And
harder.
you would see
Yeah.
if you were better and you knew which way to go, it was easier. Because, to your point, go this way. And it's like, dude, we almost died because it was a lot harder with the little slug dudes or whatever.
Yeah, those slug dudes. Now, was there any of the zombies or bad guys that kind of scared you a little bit? They looked at them, well, that's kind of creepy.
Scared me by looks? I'd say no, but I got shook when I got pulled into the water by the
swamp
scream.
thing
Yeah,
looking
the swamp
thing?
waters.
the,
It threw me for a
troll,
loop, yeah.
the troll-looking
Yeah.
monsters or zombies or Zeds.
The
or
one that
meat
made me
suits.
laugh was they were the chunky ones.
The
And they would like
barrels.
run through doors
Yeah.
or have barrels. They were horrible.
Yeah.
Like you shoot them in the tummy or the stomach or whatever.
The tummy.
I don't know why I said tummy. Like I was talking about a
You tell
child.
Benjamin.
But you shoot them in their sumo and it just exploded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah, there's these one guys with swords. They were kind of scary looking.
Yeah.
Like clowns kind of.
Or the metal monkey-looking ones that would like they were hard to kill.
Yeah, they like do like side moves and stuff. I was like, what are they?
Yeah, the ones that
doing?
like flip. I'm like, come on, dude.
Yeah, that's
You're
the one.
that acrobatic.
Yeah.
Like,
You mean the one that is like the ice skating?
Yeah, that one sucks.
Yeah.
Dogs of the AMS. Time they made a move.
I have a question.
Okay.
I couldn't find what the game cost when it came out. Do you remember what you paid for it or what I paid for it?
They were $50 brand new.
Because I couldn't find that anywhere for some reason.
All the games were $50 brand new.
Okay.
Unless it was 2K.
Now, with the sound, I wanted to go back to that because you mentioned it. So with the Wii controller, I don't think it does it on the Dreamcast, but when you turn on the game, the TV screams, and so does the controller. So I didn't know that.
It
so
screams?
like it's the horror, like a girl screaming.
Well,
like
do
horror.
it for us so we can.
No,
I
do
can't
that.
understand. I don't know
couldn't
what
do
you
it.
mean.
So it's like ah.
No, but it's
like
not.
that.
It's not a bad scream. It's like a legit
That
scream.
didn't sound like a scream.
And
It
it's-
sounded different.
Ah.
Yeah, that's creepy. But yeah, so basically, it throws you off because you have the control here ready to go, and it's like screaming in your ear. So
Were
it's
you
kind of
using
a nice
the
feature.
regular Wii mode or the Wii Motion Plus? Do you know?
No, the regular one.
Oh, okay.
Like the very original one.
Sorry.
Rich Tendo really getting
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah,
You're getting a little.
You talking Nintendo? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
little
so
giggity
we need the
over here.
Metacritic score on it.
yeah. Metacritic. What we
Couldn't
got?
find it. Found no
Wow.
Metacritic score on it.
We'll
What
say
I-
85.
what I
Well,
did-
there was one
No,
for the
give me a
Wii
second.
version.
Give me a second. I have.
Well, you said you couldn't find one. Don't tell me.
Not
Wait a second.
Metacritic I couldn't find. I
Oh,
found
okay.
Game Influencer,
We're switching it.
IGN, and Game Spy. So Game Influencer was 8 out of 10. IGN was 8.7 out of 10. And Game Spy was 7 out of 10.
I like
so
Game
the
Spy.
overall, it says overall ranking for the Dreamcast, the PC was 78%, and the Dreamcast was 77%.
I could see that. You have to play this with a light gun. And
Yeah,
like
or
you said, it's
or
The remote
one of
works
these
well.
bad boys.
yeah,
yeah.
or arcade stick, but it's more of an atmospheric game. Like
Yep.
like you said, if you're playing this in the arcade, you can still play Pac-Man at an arcade, and you're just like you feel like it's better than it actually is because you're like out and about. But playing this just on your couch by yourself, like with a controller, like meh.
Well, speaking of arcades, has Arcade One Up come up with one for House of the Dead? That would
no.
be super cool, man.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah, that
awesome.
would be.
That would be. I'd get that one day one.
What is that?
Yeah.
The,
For those who don't know.
the smaller arcades that people buy for their house are like $500, $600, $700, whatever.
Okay.
But they do Simpsons, Ninja Turtles, a lot of the fighting games.
Road Rash?
Yeah, NFL Blitz.
NFL Blitz.
That's a good-
that's a
but
good
man,
call.
if they did House of the Dead, that
That
would
would
be
be
amazing.
Yeah.
Man.
They
That's
do
a,
on the more
that'd be a
expensive
day
ones.
one for me.
That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
we would have to go have
The ones that are
something
like
this.
10,000, they have like 75,000 games. Like they literally have like everything you need. You
Yeah.
can plug in your controller and play it that way too.
Well, we didn't try it with this. We should have.
Yeah.
I played it with it before. It's a little difficult.
You played House of the Dead with that?
Yes.
Oh man, that
Yeah.
looks like it'd be difficult.
It's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a little difficult, but it's fun because it has a VMU
Well, I
and
mean,
everything.
you
in it.
think arcade and you think that, but in the arcade they use the light gun.
We have to stop him. Jane, back me up.
Okay.
Are you all right, James?
Yeah, I'm hanging on.
Okay, so what is it going for on eBay right now?
The game?
Yeah.
the game itself.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where is that?
I'm gonna guess 52. That's my guess.
On
gonna
eBay,
guess
we have
2750.
well the U.S. version.
ranges.
You have because the U.S. version goes from about $25.98 to $35. Keep in mind these are complete, not sealed, but
Yeah.
the wrap, but complete. The Japanese goes from 20 to 50, and there is a U.S. Canadian version that is the collector's edition box set with the gun. That's 170, 120.
Wow.
Okay.
The gun itself, just the gun, is loose. It's 89,
Yeah, they're expensive.
and then it's 89.90 to 115. So this is where it ranges.
So this
as
is
far as
about
being
30
loose.
bucks.
The game itself
Around
is about
30?
30. Yeah, you're looking at 30 to 35, or Japanese is 20 to 50.
I don't care about the Japanese. I don't
So
know
you
about
about 30 to 35.
30 to
35.
35. Let's say 30. I feel like
Well,
30.
I
Wanna
said
say
2750. I think you're just trying to screw me out of it.
So we say about 30.
But they do have a collector's edition. Like I said, it
You
has
want
a gun and
cookie
everything.
for
It's
getting
just
close?
pretty cool.
$1, Bob.
I said
let's just say
52.
let's say 30.
Amy, Harry, are you all right?
I'm all right. But Harry's...
No!
James! The car's parked in the city square. The top floor. Building at point A0063. There. Go, James!
I'd say about 30.
Yeah, I'd say 30's in the
Okay,
middle.
so then I guess we're going to decide right now if it's Smack certified. What do you guys think?
You got to throw it to one
Are
of
we
us.
saying specifically for Dreamcast? Or are we saying
Well, you have it for the
any
Wii.
version? Yeah.
So do we have the price for the Wii one or no?
I do, actually.
Let's get
I'm going to say that one's
The
15.
Wii, actually, it's a good question. The Wii version, which is
dual.
version 2 and 3.
Yeah, it's 2 and 3.
It's between $21.99, so 22 to 37.
about the
30.
same
What'd you
price.
say, about the same price?
But it says price charting has it loose for $16.99.
Halloween movies late at night, eating my popcorn and candy
Are
corn.
you actually eating popcorn?
Do you put M&Ms in your popcorn?
I put M&Ms and liquor. I'll put Doritos in that thing. Anything I can to not actually eat the popcorn and eat
So you
everything.
just pick
else
around
around
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, thoroughly enjoyed the game. I'm not gonna elongate this any more than it needs to be. This game is Smack certified, 100%.
yes.
I would
Nice.
drop $30 on that
feeling
easy.
salty
Okay,
with
so I'm going to
that.
follow up with that.
I don't like that you looked at me when you said that. It makes me feel like
I'm going to follow up with something. I'm going to ask you a question that I always do.
Oh.
What would you pay for it?
What would I pay
Yeah.
for it?
$30.
No, realistically, if it was in really good shape, I could see myself spending. Here's how I look at it. I spend $50 to $60 on games now that I have no clue if they're good or not. They're just new games, right? I know this game's good.
too.
I know I enjoy it. I love the artwork on it, which we can Brad, you can throw some of that on there. I'd spend 50, 60 on that easy.
Awesome.
But now that I can get it for 30, I will buy it for 30. I'm not going to give someone 60 if it's worth 30.
All right.
Nice.
We're going to go to Brad.
Okay, for me, it is not Smack certified. And the main reason why is because we're talking about the Dreamcast and the Wii.
So I guess that leaves me. So I'm going to start with the graphics. I think the graphics still hold up for the 1998. You said it was
98, yeah.
98.
said.
So you figure what was around the same time, Nintendo 64. So that craps all over anything the 64 had. I go sounds horrible. Voice acting is garbage.
Okay.
They don't use the right inflections and all that stuff. I would say fun factor. Richard and I had a great time with this game. Great time. I mean, we kept dying. I would say we died equally the same amount of times.
No, I died a lot more.
Okay, I was trying to be nice.
I can
but
verify that.
We were both pretty trash. I'm not as good as I remember. I mean, I just could not control it. The controls were a little. This game goes for about what you said, 30. I would spend $75
Wow.
on this.
He's got it up here.
$75 on this bad boy.
Now, is that loose?
75
smackers?
I would go 75. So
You know, one
Wait, so
thing
it's
that
Smack certified then?
absolutely Smack
Okay.
certified. Yeah.
100%.
Wow. 100%. There's nothing that
Okay.
I mean, unless this game was straight ass, this is going to be Smack certified. Because I
Right.
feel like $30 for a Dreamcast game, to be honest with you, one of their main games is not expensive at all. You look at some of their games.
That's
there's
a
some-
solid point.
There's some that are like $120. I mean, there's some games that I look and I want to get.
You can't
and
even find 'em.
I look at it and it's like $200. I'm never getting that game ever again. So $30 for a Dreamcast game, one of their main selling points for this console, is a great price.
Yeah, quick correction. It was 99.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't
Oh,
Dreamcast
was it
come out
99?
99?
Oh, okay.
Dreamcast was 99.
Oh, the arcade was 98.
Arcade was,
That's
yeah.
what we
Yeah,
said.
okay. So
Got it.
That's what I was actually going to interrupt with, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Don't
no,
interrupt.
It's just your channel.
No,
it's your show, dude.
I'm not trying to mess.
yeah. David learned the hard way.
So what are we talking about
Todd
now?
hated
We're going to
his
talk
ass.
about what I got for next week. What I got on tap. Are we done with this?
I think
Yeah, we're done.
I think-
So-
Can I say? Can
Wait,
I say?
maybe one thing though. This has been bothering me for years.
Okay.
Years, and I asked him this morning, and he had no clue. When you're going through near the beginning of the game, and there's like these leeches, and there's blood stains, and he says G's blood stains. Is he saying like G's, like that's blood, or is it actually G's?
No, he's
blood
saying
stains?
that G, the guy, the character's
Yeah.
blood stains. The problem is how does he know his
it's
blood
just blood.
type?
Yeah.
But I mean, don't forget, the guy says, "Do you want to suffer like G did?" So that's G's blood.
But G comes back for the
G's
third one,
blood.
so he didn't suffer.
Yeah, and I think it's daughters in like the fourth one or something. I don't know.
And he was
It's
story is-
definitely G's blood. Not
Okay.
he's not
We-
saying G's blood.
What
he's
we
saying
should
G's
do-
blood.
We should do a video recapping the history of House of the Dead. No, we shouldn't do that.
That's going to be a lot of work, and none of us are that good at it. Okay, so I guess we'll go on to Richard.
So Smack certified. You said
Definitely.
Great game, just not Smack certified.
Not Smack certified. Smack certified.
Smack certified.
So 3 out of 4 smacks.
Yeah, we gotta get that 4.
We gotta get a stamp. Bam.
Imagine the day we have 4
stamp
out of
only
4.
comes for 4.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that when the 4th one comes.
Very good.
leave it
Okay,
to
well,
Richard now.
so I'm going to take over the video now because
Oh.
it is my week. I'm excited for this. I didn't bring the game with me.
Oh, wow. Already a great start.
I forgot. And I don't think you have a copy. So I'm torn on if I should select this game because I don't know how any of you are going to actually play the game.
Guess at least?
Yeah, still.
I'm
interested.
You each can guess.
Okay, give us a hint first.
Yeah.
You don't have the game.
Well, how do you know?
I know
Have
every
you
game
seen
you have.
this room, Richard?
What
Jeez,
console?
Here he goes
He's flexing
again.
on us again.
It's for
Nintendo?
it's Halloween themed.
Okay.
Okay.
And it is definitely for a Nintendo console.
Oh,
of course.
okay, I know.
Oh God.
Nintendo.
I know exactly what it is.
Go ahead.
Nintendo
Eternal Darkness.
can't be Contra.
Did you get it?
No.
What did you, I didn't hear you say.
Eternal Darkness.
What'd you guess?
Contra? Contra.
Luigi's Mansion.
He's going Luigi's Mansion. You went with I don't
Yeah.
even hear what you said.
Yeah, sure it didn't.
I'll take what he said. I don't know what that is.
Eternal Darkness is the pick.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
an expensive game.
It's
to get
expensive.
now.
So here's my thought. I'll play it this weekend.
Yeah.
And then I'll drop it off with each of you. So
Or-
you guys each.
or-
I'll-
Front door service. That's awesome.
you have a Dreamcast. You.
Well, it's a
You can
GameCube
play it on the
game.
Wii.
Eternal Darkness is GameCube, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Did I
what?
say something else?
You
You
said I
said-
had a Dreamcast and he has a Wii. What's that have to do with anything?
No, he just.
I meant, do you have a GameCube?
He
Because
said
we're going to play it
Nintendo.
in the.
Oh.
You just said I had a Dreamcast. And he
I,
had a Wii.
I got confused. We're talking about House of the Dead. I got confused. I'm
Jared, he
sorry.
makes a lot of mistakes.
Here he
It's
goes
like,
again,
oh,
roasting me every week.
No B-roll.
Once you said you're taking over, you
So
kind of deserved it.
I'll bring you a copy so you could play it. You can play it at David's on the Wii
I'll find a way.
somehow.
That means he's not going to come play.
Because what I remember about this game was I was young when we played it. Literally scared me
It did, yeah.
with the stuff crawling on. I thought I was losing my mind. Okay, that's how I felt. I bought it a year ago. I think it's worth.
It's like
I mean,
$100.
look at it. I think it's about $100. I got it from a thrift store for $50.
Okay.
And I know that's expensive from a thrift store. It should have been like $4 or whatever, but I got it for $50. I think it's worth about $100. So I'm not expecting everyone to buy it, but like I said, we can find a way to play it. You remember playing it at all?
I only watched you play. It's funny because I was actually looking at buying it like maybe 2 weeks ago, and I think the lowest bid was like $80, and I was like, I can't do this. But
That's a lot of smackers
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
But here, how about we just do this then? How about you play with me? Because you come over whatever day we're off. Just
Okay.
play real quick
I'll come
together.
Monday.
Kills.
Two birds, one
You used to
stone.
say two birds with one. Or
Two stones for one bird.
Yeah, he
I
said
have,
it, yeah.
I'm batting 500.
yeah. So I feel like maybe we should do that, and then you can give it to these
That's
two
good.
gents, and then they could figure it out. I don't like calling you
let's
gents.
just make a pact to play it at least for a good amount of time.
'cause that's story
through
game.
Yeah, 'cause-
I'm gonna complete it.
okay. So we'll play it Monday. We'll play for a little while,
Okay.
and then after that, I'll drop it off to you guys. It gives you 4 days to get through it or play it. You've never played it?
No, I don't know what it is.
You
No,
remember?
I never played it, but I know. I remember watching you play, and then like it kept like popping a thing on the screen as if like your remote was messed up or something.
Yeah.
It like messes with your sanity meter or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't. The internet wasn't that big then, so you didn't know. You can just look it up, say what's to see the review of it. So you didn't know what the game would do that. Nowadays, they would spoil us the prize with any review. Like,
Well,
a game messes with you. You would know that.
Yeah, and half of our controls are always like crappy anyway,
Yeah.
so we're just like, it's got to be my remote.
Well,
it's not.
and I know I'm taking a big leap here because it is about $100 game or something like that.
Yeah.
The odds of it being Smack certified from Captain Cheapo are
Captain Cheapo. It's Downey Disney. It's Dreamlight.
Dreamlight David.
It's apparently not a good nickname if nobody can remember it.
Well,
I like Downey Dave.
I think it's intentional.
Here's the thing.
He's trying to start something.
I understand it's
Why's your hand
expensive,
like that?
but I really think it's that good of a game that it's worth $100.
Okay.
Ooh,
So,
okay.
and it doesn't mean just maybe you won't spend 100, but is it worth 100?
You don't got to sell it on me.
But yeah,
I'm
we'll do
next
that.
week, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
you're the week after.
All right, I'm already looking forward to that.
Oh god.
He's trying to get that 4 for 4.
No, I already know
So
what game
nobody's
I'm
got
going to
4
do.
for you, right?
No.
Did Sonic get 4 for 4?
Sonic got
Sonic
4
got
for
4 for
4.
4.
Okay, so you're so far the best one.
Yeah, and when I get 4 for 4, I'll be 8 for 8.
When do you plan on doing your costume thingy?
We're gonna do that 2 weeks from today.
Okay,
so not
have-
next week, but the
you got
week
your
after.
costume?
Maybe.
You want to give a tease? Should we just all be
No.
like the village people?
I don't think anyone wants to see us shirtless. Are the village
Not
people
all
shirtless?
of them are shirtless. The Indian is. I
don't know if they're
or the
allowed to
native.
do that anymore.
The native.
No, there's
people, whatever it is nowadays.
The fact that I don't know the village people makes me happy, actually.
The cop has like it's a very
get off the
seductive
village, we don't
sleeve,
care.
like a little vest.
Get off the village.
No, but we'll do the Halloween one where we wear our costumes. I already have an idea. I thought it'd be cool if we all kind of teamed up and we're one group.
You thought that?
One thing.
No, I did think that. I just didn't say it, and then you said it.
I'm on that one.
I'll tell you
And
one
then,
thing. I'm not
yeah.
cheap when it comes to video games and stuff like that, but is this going to cost us a lot of money? Because I
No.
am a cheap
No,
one. Because I haven't dressed up in probably 25 years.
$20 a head, maybe.
Except for the beret that you've been wearing this whole time.
That was free.
See, thank you for noticing.
Yeah, that's great.
So is it going to be
Beret Jared.
Am I wearing it right, by the way?
Yeah, looks good.
It's going to be a video game.
I think it's supposed to be off to the side, isn't it?
It's definitely going to be video game
Yeah,
related.
video game themed.
All right.
Video game related.
Right.
It's got to be video game related. Oh crap.
So yeah, we'll do that in a couple weeks. But yeah, so next week, Eternal Darkness. Any closing thoughts? Great pick, Jared. I like it. I think it deserved 4 out of 4. I understand why
agree.
somebody wouldn't think so, but that's fine. Brad is PC Brad.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think the firefighter just wears suspenders. He doesn't wear a shirt.
He's been thinking about them in his head this whole time.
Probably before I got here.
Did you hear that under the table? Did you hear that?
I heard it now.
Sorry. Anyway.
If we didn't comment on it, make
Yeah.
a reaction like last week.
Was that you?
Then just let it go.
Was that you getting excited?
No, that was you under the table. That was my point.
Oh,
Oh,
that was
a
my
joke.
point.
It was just a lame
It
joke.
was a lame joke no one got. It wasn't. Did you hear it?
This guy sucks.
Zoom in on your face when you do that. Anyway, okay. So that's going to do it for this week. Again, House of the Dead 2, 3 out of 4. Believe it's SmackCertified. The fourth one didn't. And next week we're doing Eternal Darkness. So appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Thanks. All right, guys. If you like what you saw here today, please click the like button and subscribe. Be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Goldman!
Friends, it is not over yet.
Is that all you have to say?
In time, a successor will come. Farewell, friends.